catted downpipe. So I've been anticipating this mod for quite some time now. As you know, like the reason why I bought this car was for the B58 engine and how tunable it is and how easy it is to make power and real power. So yeah, I'm sure you guys know that all you need to make really good power in these cars is a catted downpipe and a tune, or a catless downpipe and a tune. But yeah, that's all you need to go stage 2 on these cars, which is insane. My last car was an N20 engine, 4-cylinder, and it needed like full bolt-ons just to go stage 2. It needed the intercooler and downpipe, so I guess one less part, but you know, you really need like the charge pipes and all those boost pipes too for that engine, because those pipes are prone to crack, but on B58 it's not as big of a deal. So the reason why I decided to go with a catted downpipe is I'm actually not going to be flashing the car anytime soon. I'm probably going to hold off for a few more months because I still have a full car warranty up until I think March of next year, so 2022. And yeah, so I'm really just taking it easy till then, really enjoying the stock power that this car has to offer, and the sound of the B58 engine is awesome. And so I went with the catted downpipe because just for that reason, I don't want to check engine light on my car, and with this downpipe, with the filters in it, it shouldn't do that. I also wanted to try a catted downpipe because on my last car, I did go catless, and boy was it stinky. But it wasn't too bad. Like when you're driving around town, it's not bad at all. But it's like when I pull up in my garage and then, you know, or I'm like warming up the car in the morning and it's just like reeking up the garage with fumes. And I mean, one solution would be to get a fan and just have that running, but that's kind of annoying. I mean, so we'll see. I'm sure it'll still smell quite a bit, but not nearly as much as a catless downpipe. And then another reason why I specifically went with the downpipe from CG Precision Raceworks is because this one has like a larger opening to where it connects to the turbo. So it has like a 5-inch opening compared to like other brands where it normally has like 4-inch or something like that. And so this will actually provide like much more deeper sound and actually more flow as well. And also I've heard from other people that they've experienced actually having a catted downpipe compared to catless is it has like a deeper sound in the engine and the exhaust note. So looking forward to that, paired with my Remus axleback, and boy, I can't wait. So that's why I wanted to do this mod. I've been waiting for so long, and we're finally gonna do it today. First step obviously would be to pop the hood, and then we're gonna take off this stock intake box just so we have access to get to the downpipe. All right, so first we're gonna unplug this sensor. You just kind of want to stick a screwdriver right here, undo that little latch, and then you can push down, kind of wiggle it out. There we go. Set that to the side, and we go ahead and unscrew this clamp right here. Oh, it's pretty loose. All right. Now this box is going to be stuck into like 3 grommets right here, and it's going to be kind of a hard to pull up, but you just want to pull it up and maneuver it out. So I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay. Break the airbox, sure. Time for an intake.
Yep. So we got that out. Bam, bam. All right, now we'll just take this engine cover off. Just pull up on each corner. All right, so now that reveals our 2 O2 sensors, and which is a lot easier to get to than my last car, the N20 motor. These were like all the way in the back, and it was really a pain to get those. But yeah, we'll go ahead and disconnect these, and I'll show you guys how to do that. All right, so these plugs, I'm like the worst with plugs, so wish me luck. But we'll go ahead and push these little tabs down. Okay, no, you just slide them out like that. All right, so this one's a little stuck on, but I went ahead and push this pin forward and then squeeze down on it and manage to pull it out. Well, so I thought it was coming a little bit. So you gotta kind of stick your tool in there, lift up on the connection or the pin. And it slides right out. All right, so as you can see, there's these connections that actually go to the downpipe, the O2 sensors, and they're actually connected right here to the engine. And so there's a way we need to get these out, and pretty much put a screwdriver under here, and it's like a little another pin that you push forward and it should slide right out. All right, so here's a little groove that these plugs slide into. So it kind of goes like that. And then so you want to like slide a pick tool or a small screwdriver in through here and then kind of rotate it so that it pops this up, and you can just pull it out at the same time. So go ahead and also disconnect these wires right here from the little clips, and then we'll do this one next. And this wire actually has two clips, one right there and then one further back. So we'll go ahead and get both of those. Alright, got that one. Now we're hanging. So we got all the connections off. Now we go ahead and jack up the car and start taking this downpipe off. Got our microfiber protecting the carbon. So now we're going to go ahead and take off this 13mm bolt that's holding the V-band clamp. Just go ahead and get that loosened all the way.
I says to him, I'm tired, Paul.
So of course this tool makes the job way easier. So like once you get it loose with the ratchet, you can go ahead and use this the rest of the way, because you got to take the V-band clamp like fully off for it to be loose and not give you any problems. All right, so now we have a 13 right here that's holding on. It's like a little clamp that connects the downpipe to the midpipe. So we'll go ahead and unscrew that. And then this bolt as well right here. This is like a little bracket for the midpipe. We'll take that off as well, just so it's all loose. All right, so this clamp that's holding on the midpipe is being a pain in the butt. So we're gonna go ahead and go and try to like pry it, probably using a screwdriver or like a crowbar or something, or like a rubber mallet to help too. Because as you can see, there's a little bit of rust on there, so it's just kind of like stuck on the screw. And so we just need to get that loose. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and take off these two 13mm bolts. That's just a bracket holding on the downpipe to the rest of the car. So we're able to reach the bolts from the top using this ratchet. Little arm right here. But that seemed to work, so we could break that off, and then hopefully we can go ahead and fit this guy in there. Just make it a little easier and take them off real quick. So this is the hardest part. Just like disconnecting the downpipe from the midpipe. So we'll be fiddling with this, hitting it, and doing whatever we can. Just to get it loose. Yeah, it came a little bit, right?
Well, I moved it in, so now I gotta move it back. We might need to disconnect the exhaust back here so we can slide it backwards.
Yeah. All right, so we went ahead and took off this little hanger clip for the back of the muffler so we can get a little more play get it out. I'm supporting it. My brother's trying to take the mid pipe out. I'll go ahead and put my phone down so I can help him. So got the exhaust supported by a bucket.
Huh?
Truth in engineering right here. No Audi.
Huh?
No Audi.
No Audi.
That's what they're saying. Oh, here she comes. He's giving birth.
This is a boy or a girl?
Careful
Boy or
of the
girl?
O2 sensors.
Oh, oh Lord.
Thank you, Zach.
Oh boy.
Working on BMWs, right?
Yeah, that's what I stick to. Everything but.
So here they are side by side. As you can see, well you can't see, but from here basically, all the way to here is the catalytic filter. As you can see, it's very small, micron size, very restrictive. As if we go to right here, I think this is like a 200 cell filter, and it's probably not much more than this from like here to here. So definitely way more higher flow and should get a little bit more peppiness out of the engine. So now we're just gonna go ahead and transfer over these O2 sensors. They sell like an O2, what do you call it? Like socket, sensor socket that can like fit in and go over, but we'll probably just use a wrench. I don't think we have one of those with us. And we'll just transfer them over. So yeah, I just completely forgot to transfer over the gasket. Almost like went and started working and tying everything down, but we'll just go ahead and
Be really careful.
put in a pick tool. I'm gonna put my phone down so I can use both my hands, but yeah, I just wanna use like a pick tool, get in there and replace it.
Did I get caught?
Yeah.
Yeah. So much easier. All right. Lucky there. You probably couldn't see any of that, but.
Yeah, too bad. All right, so I'm under here. I managed to get the downpipe up there. So you just kind of gotta like angle it different ways, keep trying. It took me probably like 5 minutes just to fiddling around down here. But the V-band clamp was like stuck and getting stuck on things, so just had to fiddle that around. And so yeah, we'll go ahead and tighten up the V-band clamp and then work backwards for the rest of the exhaust. Yeah, so once we replace the gasket, which you need to make sure you do, go ahead and tighten up the V-band clamp once it's seated on there. So we'll go ahead and tighten it, get it snug, and then make sure we're fully on there.
Only go on one way. Nice thing about V-band.
Yeah, it looks on there to me. Looks
Yeah,
correct.
go ahead and get it tight though.
Yeah, we'll use a ratchet and make sure it's super snug. Looks like it's on there pretty good. Go ahead and use a ratchet and make sure it's extra snug. We don't want any leaks.
Click.
Good and tight.
Torque is back.
So now we're putting on the bolts to the bracket, which isn't totally necessary. It's just CG provided on their downpipe, so we might as well use it. And it also helps to like hold it up there and make sure it's all aligned. Supposedly why they have the bracket there is actually during like the manufacturing process when it's out BMW and being all put together and everything. It's so they can go ahead and like bolt up the exhaust at that one place, and so it's like all one piece coming from the factory, and that way it's more time efficient for the mechanics there, and that's how they do it. So yeah, fun fact, it's not totally necessary. If your downpipe doesn't have that, then you don't have to have it, so all good. So we got those bolts in there for the bracket, and then we got our wires all in their clips, and now we need to go ahead and just plug them back in. And we didn't need to mark the wires or anything because they only fit in each one, so, because I think they're different connections.
And one's a 4-pin, one's a 5-pin.
There you go. So, no need to mark anything. Just get them plugged in and situated. And then get the rest of the exhaust on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so went ahead and got all the bolts for the exhaust, the rest of the exhaust anyways, all tightened down, all super snug. Just making sure we got everything, going over everything twice, because you don't want to miss anything and then have problems down the road. So now we'll go ahead and put in the intake and see how it sounds.
Open up that exhaust.
Yeah, that's with the valves closed. All right, so there it is. Definitely much louder than before, but not too loud either. So that's probably good. But it smells a tiny bit. That's to be expected though. And yeah, so it wasn't. I don't think it was like a fully cold start because I did start the car up this morning just to move it. But yeah, that was kind of loud. But we'll go ahead and go for a drive here, and then I'll probably make a part 2 video just on the exhaust and just more clips like that. So yeah, successful install. Nice. We got our tools put away and then go for a drive. That's so deep and rumbly. That's cool. Do a sharp one. Woo! There.
We gotta catch it when it's coming back down. Yes, sir. I think that's gonna do it.
Oh yeah. Alright guys, so yeah, that pretty much wraps up this video. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Not too bad of an install. I know I struggled way more on my previous car, the N20 motor, but you know, you learn. You did that like downpipe change a couple of times, and this one's a breeze. So not too bad. Overall, based on first impression, like this sounds amazing. Like in the car, of course, it's still not very loud because all the sound deadening and everything like that. But so far, it's like the tone compared with, or the tone like combined with the Remus Muffler exhaust is just like perfect for me, and it's like nice and deep and rumbly, so that's a plus and it sounds awesome. So you guys, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like this video, comment down below, let me know what you think about the sound, and stay tuned for the next one. Subscribe if you aren't already,